My name's Dr. Virgil Troy, and this is day 2 of my self-styled Barley Man diet. So what I'm going to do in this video is pretty much just highlight what I ate yesterday, which is pretty much going to be what I'm going to eat by and large over the next few days until I do a little bit more research into some of the variations and ways in which I can modify the diet to make it a little bit more interesting. Not to say that it's not interesting, because it tastes great and you feel good on it. So pretty much yesterday at 7 o'clock for breakfast, I had 1 cup of oats. I had a tablespoon of ground flaxseed, and I had a tablespoon of psyllium husks. That was all just in one bowl with a sliced banana and a mandarin, and I'm going to highlight all of this in the section below, so just underneath the video, with some water and coffee. That was my breakfast, had that at 7 a.m. Then at around 11:30, my lunch comprised of a cup of pearl barley cooked, because obviously you can't eat stuff raw. About 30 grams of Swiss chard, which is silver beet, that's what we call it here. Kumara, sweet potato, 141 grams, and squash, that's all butternut. So that was my lunch. For afternoon, I got a little bit sort of peckish, so at around 1:30, I had 140 grams of dates, which is like a sort of a decent handful. And the reason why I didn't go over the top of that is, one, they're very sweet, which is great because I love sweet food. But at the same time, if I was to eat that date in its entirety without it being dehydrated, then obviously I wouldn't be eating more than I could. So it was 140 grams, which was like a decent handful of grapes. And then for dinner, which I had at 7 a.m. on the way home from training in the car, was again a cup of pearled barley and an entire cup of drained butter beans, which was delicious. And on top of that, I had 2 cooked beetroot, which I'd cooked a couple of days before, and that was just diced up. And then I had a dolloping of my homemade hummus, which basically is half a can of chickpeas with a bit of garlic and lemon juice and some tahini thrown in as well. So that's pretty much everything that I ate. Now, the thing you've got to bear in mind when you're eating this way is that it is a very high fiber way of eating. So there's a lot of fiber in this diet. So the thing you've got to bear in mind is that fiber needs water, and you must drink lots and lots of water. So I had about 12 cups of water. Typically what I do when I wake up in the morning is the first thing I do is have 2 large glasses of water, which is about I think it's about just under a litre, so that's just under a litre of water. And then before I head off to work, I have a litre of water. And then when I get home for lunch, I have a litre of water. And then before I go out to training, I have a litre of water. And then when I get home, I have a litre of water. Before I go to bed, I have a litre of water. So that's an awful lot of water. But you need to drink lots of water when you have a high fibre diet. So that's pretty much what I ate yesterday. It's what I'm going to continue to eat over the coming days. And as I say, as I do more research into this, I'll add some more variation into the diet. But I feel great. I had loads of energy when I did training yesterday, and I'm going to do another video shortly on the training aspects of this particular diet, because if you're going to eat like a gladiator, you need to train like a gladiator. I'm not planning on going out and having any death matches or anything like that, but the training behind it, I think that's very, very important, because it's important to actually keep physically active. Don't have to train 3 to 4 hours a day, and what I'm basically proposing is 1 hour of training every single day, 7 days a week at varying intensities, but I'll talk more about that later on. So if you like what you're hearing and you want to know more, please subscribe to get daily updates to my video. Leave a comment, please share as well, particularly if you think that someone else that you know might benefit from this particular approach to their diet. So thank you for that, and we'll catch up in the next video.